Hello and welcome to this 45-minute intermediate vinyasa flow. We're really going to target the stability of the hips and move them in fairly dynamic and different ways. So we'll be starting in a seated position, and I very much appreciate every single subscription and all the comments that you make. I love the suggestions for the practices, because after all, this is ultimately for you. So please do get in touch, and love to hear what you want to see more of on this channel. Let me know. Let's start in the seat, shall we? Shutting down the eyes in your seated position, getting yourself nice and comfy, and pretty immediately tuning into your body. So condensing your awareness in towards your own body, starting to open up receptivity towards yourself, starting to listen and watch what's going on within your own body. And in the eyes of yoga, we look at things physically, mentally, emotionally, and energetically. So kind of just scanning through those individual aspects, mental, emotional, energetic, and really just starting to notice what's going on. Notice how your body feels. Notice what kind of level of energy you've got to give to the practice. Notice the relative state of your mind and how all these aspects weave together to just create the experience of really now what's happening within your body. And the centering of awareness within yourself is where we look to contain your attention. And then getting much more specific with your awareness and directing your attention towards your breath. Noticing the space of the belly, your abdominal region, and then connecting that space up to your nostrils. And along this imaginary line, beginning to deepen your breath. So filling the breath down to the belly space, very gently, very softly, letting it expand. Starting to breathe out just a little bit more slowly. And starting to create a consistent, deep, and smooth cycle of breath. So the consistency is all about rhythm. Getting a nice, steady beat or cadence to your breathing. The inhale is about as long as your exhale. I'm just going to take that a click further. Start to make your breath very quiet. And I'd say, as you tone down the volume of your breath, it gets a little slower, a little smoother, but moreover, your attention really gets a little bit more refined. Keep your shoulders soft, keep your ribs soft, keep your belly loose. And just take a few more of these nice deep breaths, not only saturating your body with breath, but really saturating your attention with breath. And we'll try and keep our attention as centered on the breath and intricately connected to the breath as we start to combine it with some postures. So keeping it rolling and moving. Go ahead and blink open the eyes, raise the arms up towards the ceiling, reach up nice and high, and then twisting to your right, placing the right hand behind the lower back, left hand touches the knee or the thigh, lifting through the lower back, turning the shoulder back, the right shoulder back for just one more big breath. And then keeping your left hand on your leg, raise your right arm up towards the ceiling into a nice big side bend. Keeping the right shoulder leaning back. One more big breath, expanding the rib cage. Both arms up, reaching up for the ceiling, nice and tall, and then twisting the other way, hand behind the lower back, propping the spine up. Twisting by turning the upper chest, so not necessarily the belly, keep your butt grounded, and turning the shoulders here for just one more big breath now. And raising the left arm up towards the ceiling into a nice big side bend. Again, expansive through the side body rib cage straight away. Left lung really expanding and contracting fluidly and slowly. And then very simply back through center, raising the arms. We'll come over the knees and into tabletop position. So onto all fours, hands and knees, moving straight into cat-cow. As you inhale, take the belly down towards the floor, pressing. And as you exhale, arch and raise the spine up towards the ceiling. And then go ahead and generate a nice smooth transition between the dip and the arch. Really letting the tailbone control the movement. So the tailbone is lifting up as you press the belly down. And you curl your tailbone down and under as you arch through the upper back. And we'll just do that one or two more times. And then holding in the arching position, pause there, tuck the toes, lift the knees just 1 inch above the ground, hold there, and in a way, try and squeeze your knees up towards your wrists, keeping the upper back rounded. Take just one more big breath, and then one more cat-cow. So drop the knees, dip the belly down. This time, arch and hold, pause there. We're going to do a little bit of work here. So round the upper back, tuck the toes, lift the knees 1 inch. Just little baby steps making our way to plank. So go ahead and step the right foot back, and then the left foot a little further back, keeping the knees hovering. A little more of a step back, a little more of a step back, hold in plank for just one breath here, and then lift the hips up into down dog. Make a little bit of movement in down dog. You can pedal out the legs or sway the hips. We'll just take a breath or two more here in down dog. Starting to walk your hands back towards your feet into a forward fold, letting the upper body really just relax here. Bend the knees as much as you like to and start to sway a little bit here. So turning the torso from left to right, sort of letting the arms be nice and floppy, neck nice and loose. We'll just take a breath or two more here. And very gently rolling up your spine all the way through to standing. Reach up and stretch the arms up nice and high. Interlace the hands behind the lower back now. Roll back the shoulders. Be gentle on your shoulders as you fold forward. Don't go crazy with the squeeze, but definitely bowing forward, relaxing the neck. 2 more big breaths, lifting the hands nice and high. And releasing hands to the ground. Walk them out to plank position. Shoulders above the wrists, top of a push-up. And then draw the hips back and up into down dog. We'll add a little bit more to that. This time in high plank, tap your right knee to right elbow. Step back to down dog. Left knee to left elbow. Step back, down dog. One more on each side. High plank, right knee. Back to down dog. And high plank, left knee comes in. Back to down dog. Pulling the hips up. This time into high plank. Lowering down through chaturanga, so bend your elbows, come all the way down until you're flat. Take the hands off the side of the mat, point the toes and lift the chest into cobra. Exhale to lower the chest down and carry on, just generating a nice big movement here. Lifting the chest as high as you like to go and then lowering straight back down. Be sensitive, take care of your lower back, but do give it a little bit of juice, give it a little bit of extra back bend. Give it one more round now, lift and lower. And as the chest comes down, pushing back through tabletop, straight into downward facing dog. And now starting to walk up towards the top of the mat, feet towards your hands. Keep the feet separated, bend into the knees and roll up your spine through to standing. Reach up, put your hands to prayer and find chair with separated feet. Lift the heels up off the ground. Hold here for just one moment. Drop the butt so maybe it's in line with your knees, thighs parallel to the floor. Just taking one more big breath here. And then standing all the way up, keeping the heels raised. Big breath at the top, stretching high, high, high. And again, interlacing hands behind the lower back before we then drop the heels, roll back the shoulders and fold forward, lifting the hands. 2 big breaths here, releasing the shoulders. And then halfway lift, little lift. Release the hands to the floor, step back to plank and hold there. Shoulders above your wrists. Take the feet a little bit wider than what they are. Go ahead and try and hover your right big toe just off the floor. Hold there. Hold for just one more moment. Place a foot down. Left big toe, left foot hovers. Hold there. Keep the legs stiff. One more breath. Place the foot down. Now the right hand reaches forward on its own. Reach out. Keep the chest flat to the floor. One more breath. Place the hand down. Other one. Left hand reaches out. So nice and strong through the right shoulder. Keep the thighs tight. And left hand down. Bend your elbows. Come through chaturanga until you're on the floor. Again, hands off the side of the mat. 3 times. Inhale, lift the chest. Back down, exhale. Inhale, up. Down, exhale. Last one, keep the thighs tight. Last lift. Lower, coming down. Pushing back through tabletop into downward facing dog. As soon as you hit down dog, walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend the knees, roll up the spine, all the way through to standing. Catch opposite elbows above your head, squeeze your butt and lean over to your left. Big side bend, just one big breath there. Back through center, over to the other side. Nice big side bend. Back through center, raise the arms, reach up. Exhale to fold forward. We're coming through a flow. So walk the hands out all the way to plank. Chaturanga to follow, bend the elbows. Up dog, pull the chest through the arms. And down dog, lifts the hips up and back. One more breath there. And down dog. And walk, step or jump to the top of the mat. Heels up and knees bent. Feet towards the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold back in. Stand, reach for the ceiling, nice and tall. And folding forward, it's going to change there. Stepping the left foot back now, runner's lunge, and raising the right arm up towards the ceiling, holding. Keeping the back leg nice and firm in this simple twist. Front knee above the ankle. One more big breath there. And then dropping the right hand and the back knee together. Raise the arms up into low lunge. Big breath in here. Palms to touch over the head. Pull the elbows behind the ears if you can. Squeeze your left butt cheek, your glute. Lift the chest just for one more big breath here. Now, a little bit we'll go slow in the first round, but we'll link the movements together. So, nice kind of windmill action here, back into simple twist. So, as you windmill the arms forward, the back knee lifts, right hand reaches back and then up. As you twist, one more big breath here, and then we'll link it all together. So right hand, back knee down, arms up, low lunge, pull the elbows back, big breath. Nice rotation on the shoulders as we come into simple twist. Back knee lifts, full rotation, right arm up, one big breath, and then one more time. Hand and knee down, arms up, low lunge, pull the elbows back. And exhale into simple twist. Nice rotation. Keep the back knee lifted. Side plank straight away. Right foot steps back on top of the left. Lift the hips here. One more big breath as you are. Go slow. Go step by step. Right forearm comes down to the ground. Turning the chest down. Turn the heels over. Forearm side plank. The other side. Left hand up. An opportunity for a wild thing there. So left foot behind the knee. Be strong through your right shoulder. Another big breath here. And then climbing back up into plank for a flow. So left hand comes down. Left foot comes back. Back to the right palm. Bend the elbows. Chaturanga. Up dog. Pull the chest through. And down dog. lifts the hips. Another breath there in down dog. And again to the top of the mat. Walk, step or jump. Half lift, inhale. Fold back in. Stand, reach for the ceiling, nice and tall. And exhale to fold straight back in. Halfway lift, and now the right foot stepping back. So really firm on the back leg as the left hand comes up into the twist. A couple of breaths here. Again, turning the shoulders here, not the hips moving at all. Just another steady breath as you are. And then back knee down, left hand down. Raise the arms up. We'll chill out for a couple of breaths here in the lunge. You know, as you pull the elbows back, also drop the shoulders away from the ears just a little bit. Keep the butt squeezing, one more big breath. So looking for a nice big circular rotation on the shoulders as we come back into simple twist. So hands down and left hand keeps sweeping back, up as you lift the back knee. Big breath here. And then hand and knee down, arms up. Big breath at the top, pull the elbows. And exhale, rotate the shoulder, simple twist, left hand up, big breath. And one more, hand and knee down, arms up, squeeze the butt. Last one, here we go, simple twist, straight into side plank, get steady. Turn to the outer blade of the back foot, stack up the legs, left on top of the right, hold, one more big breath. Forearm side plank, other side, so left forearm coming down, turn the heels over. Right hand up, hold, get your balance, and then maybe find wild thing, turning the hips, turning the chest, big breath there. And we come straight through with the flow. So hand in line with your left elbow as you come back up into plank to find chaturanga, up dog, and down dog, hips up. Breath or two more. Back to the top of the mat. Walk, step or jump. Feet towards the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale to stand, reach up. And exhale, folding straight back down. Now, halfway lift and then find chair. So bend the knees, sink the butt, nice flat spine. Arms up. Straight away, hands to prayer. Turn to your right. Hook the elbow around the knee. Get the twist going. Sit the butt down. When you're ready, try and lift up your left foot, balance on the right, tap your left knee to the back of the right calf, take just one more big breath here, and then not too far back on the step here, but step the left foot back, set it down, hands to the floor, pyramid pose. So straightening through the front leg, very short hold here, so relax the shoulders, just 3 breaths, soften the jaw, keep the back thigh tight. One more big breath now. And as you bend the front knee, come into Crescent Lunge. So arms up, chest up, reaching nice and tall. In the shape, bend your left elbow, take it behind your head. Right hand up on top. Lift the head into the arm, and then lean to your right. Nice big side bend. Keep the shoulder tilting back. 2 more big breaths here. And again into the twist. So hook the left elbow around the knee, hands come together, and pressing into the prayer just for maybe 2, maybe 3 breaths. Keep the back leg stiff. Now a little tricky for you here. So keep the hands at prayer, look to the floor. Again, tap your left knee to the back of the right calf. Stay in that little curtsy. Hold for a tick. One more big one. And as you step the left foot back, open the arms into Warrior 2. Straighten through the front leg, reach up and back. And now as you reach forward, find triangle. So keep the front knee just off lock, reach out, right hand down, left hand up. Little turn of the chest up towards the ceiling. Just a couple more deep breaths here. Very simply here, place the left hand down on the ground, turn to your left, so the side of the mat, turn the front foot in, so we halfway lift as we arrive on the side of the mat. And just start to bend into each knee, moving some body weight from left to right. A couple of times, side to side. 1 or 2 more breaths here. As low or as high as you like to go. Nice, nice, nice. And then walking the hands back towards the top of the mat into warrior 1. So spin the back heel down, chest stays facing forward, arms come up, interlace the hands behind the lower back. You might have to heel toe the front foot out a little bit further to the right, but lift the chest, roll back the shoulders, and bow deeply into humble warrior. Fist lifting up. 2, maybe 3 more breaths here, keeping the hands squeezing tight, the breath nice and steady, smooth and slow. Hands on the floor, release, direct transition to wild thing. So lift the back heel, step the front foot up and over the left leg, turning the hips, lifting the chest, big lift to the chest, big breath here. Good. And stick with me here. Shoulders stay above the wrists, forward triangle. So as the right hand comes down, scoop the knee under the body. You might catch the foot with the left hand and lift the leg up towards the top of the mat, or kick it out to the side, left hand up. 2 more big breaths there. Left hand down, right leg up and out, 3-leg dog. Stepping up into lizard lunge. So right foot outside the right hand. 2 big breaths here. Hug the knee in, puff the chest out, super short hold. And up to a squat. Left foot outside the left hand, sit the butt down, chest up. Breath or 2 here. And then finding crow through flow. So hands on the ground, lift the hips, drive the knees into the upper arms, rounding the upper back. Keep the body weight coming into the fingers. Heels come in towards the butt, and a little lift of the butt as you hop back into chaturanga. Up dog, finds down dog. Straight away back to the top of the mat. Walk, step or jump, feet towards the hands. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stand, reach up. This time, chair straight away. Then knees. Twist left, hook the elbow, sit the butt. 2 more big breaths here. Right knee, back of left calf. Tap it in. Hold. Breathe. Pause. So not too long on the stance. As you step the right foot back, release the hands to the floor. Straighten through your front leg into pyramid. Again, super short hold. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. Back leg stays tight. 1 more generous breath here. Now super short hold. Crescent lunge. Arms up, bending into the front knee. Right elbow bends behind the head. Keep your right butt cheek tight, your glute. Head lifts into the arm as you then lean to the left. Little side bend. Couple of breaths here. Back into the twist. So right elbow hooks around the front knee, hands together. Not terribly long in the hold, so adjust if you need straight away. Back leg might have to scooch back. 2, maybe 3 breaths here in the twist. And then just like we did before, kind of the other way around, however, right knee to left calf. Tap it in, so bring some body weight forward. Forward, forward, forward. Knee to calf, hold. Big breath here. Warrior 2 is on its way. Step the foot back, open the arms, straighten through the front leg, exalt. As you reach forward, find triangle. Reach out, left hand down, right hand up. Little turn of the chest up towards the ceiling. 2, maybe 3 big breaths here. Right hand comes down. Turn to the right hand side of your mat. We're using the side now. Halfway lift. This time, fold forward deeply, bringing the chest down between the legs, and maybe you grab the back of the heels. Now, try not to pull your chest towards your thighs. Instead, try and draw your collarbones or your shoulders towards the floor. So it's a very subtle difference. It's like the crown of the head is going down rather than the chest coming back. We take 2, maybe 3 more breaths here. Halfway lift, inhale. Walk the hands back to the top of the mat, runner's lunge. So coming into warrior one, I reckon right foot just goes out to the right a little bit, spin the heel down, raise the arms, circle out, and then catch behind the lower back. Make sure the back thigh remains tight as you lift the chest and bow inside the front leg. Hands coming up, breathing, holding, staying. 2, maybe 3 more breaths here now. Hands on the floor, release. So back heel lifts first. Looking for a nice clean transition into wild thing. So left foot steps up and over the right one, turning on the heel, lifting the hips, turning the chest, elevate. Stay for another breath or 2, but in the transition coming up, keep the shoulders above the wrists. Here we go. Left hand comes down, left knee scoops under the body and kicks out to the other side into fallen triangle. Right hand up, or catch the foot and kick. 2 more big breaths here. Back into 3-leg dog. Right hand down. Left leg up and out. And coming into lizard lunge. So left foot outside the left hand. Hug the knee in. Puff the chest out. Breath or 2 more. Up to the squat. Right foot, right hand. Sit the butt down. Make sure the chest is elevated. Shoulders squeezing back. 2 more breaths. And again, pro through flow. Hands on the ground. Lift the hips, lift the heels. So really bring some body weight forward into the fingers. Feeling the chest come down, the butt lift up, the heels lift up. 1 more breath. And then a little booty pop into chaturanga. Up dog, down dog, lifting the hips. Just a touch more work here. Little cherry on top. Feet back towards the hands, top of the mat. Walk, step, or jump. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Standing all the way up, reach up. Hands to prayer. Draw your left knee up in towards the chest. Eagle wrap. Left leg over the right one. I'm not going to stay here too long. And in fact, keep the hands at prayer. Focus on the hips. Sink low here. Keep the wrapping nice and tight on the legs, hugging them together, and keeping your left hip pulling forward a little bit. Left hip pulling forward. We take 2 more big breaths here. We're going to work the transition. So let's go slow. Knee to chest. Half moon is on its way. Start to send the left leg out the back. Start to lift the hip as you turn the chest. Kick it firmly out the back. Hold, maybe the right hand down, maybe not. A breath or 2 more here. We're going to get a little tricky here. Take your time, go slow. As the left foot steps back and down, again, turn to the left. Keep the hands to the left of the mat as soon as you can. Bend deeply into your left knee. Raise the right leg into lamppost pose. 2, maybe 3 big breaths there. Ooh, 1 more. Foot down, immediately back towards the top of the mat, runner's lunge. 3-leg dog finds a 3-leg flow. Right leg up, you might want to bend the knee, peel the hip. Any variation welcome, but take a flow. Up dog, finds down dog. And again, straight back to the top of the mat. Not so bad. A little bit more here. Halfway lift in. Exhale, fold in. Standing up. Hands to prayer. Right knee to the chest, up and in. Eagle wrap. Right leg over the left. Sit the butt down. Tight legs. With the right hip wrapping forward. 2, maybe 3 breaths here. Keep that tension. Legs wrapping. Doesn't matter about hooking the foot or not. Keep it tight. 1 more big breath. Standing up, knee to chest. Hold. Get your balance every stage of the way. Finding balance, send it out the back. Already turn the hip, already turn the chest. And then as you punch it out the back, chest comes down a little further. A couple of breaths. Looking for a gentle landing. Step the right foot back. Shift your body weight into the back leg. Turn to the right. Get low and lift the left leg into lamppost. Hold. Chest flat to the floor if you can. Breath or two more. Step the foot back down. Walk the hands back to the top of the mat. Runner's lunge. Three-leg dog. Left leg up. It's your flow. Skip it if you want. Otherwise, three-legged chaturanga. Up dog. Finds down dog. And for goodness sakes, let's take child's pose. Drop the knees. If you'd rather be in a kneeling position, go there. Let's take a little moment to pause. Breath or two more here. Staying centered in the pacing of your breathing, letting the heart rate drop as the breath rate drops. And it's going to take a few rounds, so give it a few rounds. Alrighty. Lifting the hips up away from the heels. One of two choices, either dancing camel, which is a nice visualization, or just straight up camel. So if it's camel, hands to the lower back, squeeze your butt, lift the chest, lean back, and maybe hands to heels. But if you want to come with me and kind of play with it a little bit, let's go like this. So right hand reaches for the right heel. Left hand comes up. Lift the chest, squeeze your butt, take one more big breath here. And then reaching the left arm out, grabbing the left heel rather, and then raising the right hand up. Again, lifting the chest as you get there. Circle the arm back. Grab the right heel again. Now the left hand comes forward, up. We'll get a little bit more pacing into it. Full rotation on the shoulder. Reaching for the heel. Right arm comes up, over, back. Keep the butt tight. Last one. Left arm reaches forward, up, back. Grab the heel. We'll pause here in full camel for just two big breaths. Lifting the chest, squeezing the butt. And gently lifting up and out. Sitting the butt down onto the heels again. Literally a breath or two. You take as much time as you need. So let's meet in a seated position. Legs out in front of you. I'll turn towards the camera and we'll come straight into Gamokasana. So as you're ready, the right leg wraps over the left one. You might have to lift the butt, smush the knees a little bit, get them stacked. Grab the feet if you like, lift the chest. And then fold forward any amount. Welcome to work with any variation on this. So something that looks similar to it is totally fine. So ankle on the knee, a loose cross-legged position, that might work as well. Whatever kind of works for the design of your hips. And in general, try and keep your sitting bones on the ground, but do your best with it. Not the easiest cue there at all. Relax the shoulders. And again, focus your attention into your breath. And now that the practice is a little less dynamic, a little less coordination and effort needed, we bring that sense of effort into the pacing of the breath. Relaxing the exhale especially, so keeping it soft, elongated, quieter and quieter on the breath, pretty much until the end of this practice. Think of it as kind of taking your foot off the accelerator and just coasting. Don't need to brake, don't need to hit the brakes. Just kind of coasting, rolling, using this kind of momentum and inertia to slow it down round after round, taking some time to slow it down. One more big breath here. Lifting up the chest, kicking your right leg out to the right, raising the arms, turning towards the right thigh and folding forward here. If you're comfortable, take your left hand to the outer blade of the right foot, and really kind of draw your chest and head more towards the outside of your right leg. Try and keep your left butt cheek down. Take some nice long deep breaths down into the lower back here, down into the lower back. Inhale, chest lifts up, and very simply coming into reverse tabletop. So hands just behind the lower back, just a couple of breaths, feet wide, shoulders back, lift the hips. 2 big breaths at the top, just opening the front of the hips a little. And release, coming down straight into the other side of Gamokasana. So now left leg over the right one, lift your butt, stack the knees, grab a hold of the feet if you need to, and then folding forward as you're ready. Paying attention to whichever side needs a sense of nourishment, maybe more than the other. So not pushing the side that feels a little tighter, rather softening into it via the breath. So via the breath. The breath is the guiding path to this sort of releasing depth into the posture. At least 5 more here. One more deep breath now. Inhale, chest lifts up. Left leg kicks out to the left. Arms raise up, lower back lifts up. Turn towards the foot and really raise the foot as you reach as far forward as you can and then down. Maybe you're catching the foot and the chest makes its way across the leg, but it's just a straight up fold is absolutely more than enough. So again, work within today's capacity, this moment's capacity. So no reference to what was happening yesterday or you want to happen tomorrow. Just meet the body as it is now. Nourish as best as you can through the breath. Generally keeping the entire experience of the posture on the side of positive, the side of ease. Naturally, there's some discomfort there for growth to happen. We don't want to cross that line into strain, into stress, into aversion. Stay present. Let the breath take you in a little deeper here. Three more really extended, quiet exhales. Chest lifts up. Skip the reverse tabletop. Roll straight down onto your back. And as soon as you arrive onto your back, catch happy baby. Have a little pedal and a kick of the legs. Whatever feels nice on the hips just for a moment. Even just a nice tight squeeze on the knees could be good. And then a brief stop through bridge. So placing the feet on the ground, tilt the tailbone up and start to lift the hips up towards the ceiling. If you want to take wheel, Please feel free. Hands next to the ears, curling the fingers under, and from bridge, press the chest up and back. Otherwise, we hold in bridge, keeping the knees at hip width apart. For 2 more breaths, sucking the belly in as you keep your butt tight. And release. Coming down. Right knee comes in, left leg straight, and take it over into a twist. So scoot your hips underneath you a little, really just 5 breaths or so here. You might encourage the knee down towards the floor a little bit, but really focus then on relaxing the belly all the way through the rib cage up into your right shoulder, and letting the shoulder sink on the exhalation. Inhale, back up through the center. Other side, left knee coming in. Same thing, other side. Scooch the hips under, take it over. Oh boy. Very much needed twist. Letting the left shoulder sink. Couple of nice smooth exhalations, slow exhalations. Shoulder dropping, dropping, dropping. One more breath. Back through center. Knees into the chest. Nice tight squeeze. And then making your way towards Shavasana. Possibly, my recommendation is to throw your legs up the wall or up against your couch or something like that, and have a bit of an inversion. Add the inversion into Shavasana, but all good if you're skipping. Just a nice flat position, laying down. Do take some rest though. At least 4 minutes. Give yourself 4 minutes of this day to be in stillness, to be with your body in this beautiful place that you've brought it to. This feeling of a kind of internal coherence. And there's that coherence through the aspects that we brought awareness to at the start. Physical, mental, emotional, energetic. The coherence of these qualities kind of equals a spiritual impact of some description. It's this feeling of togetherness with yourself, a closeness and an intimacy that you look to embrace right here in Shavasana. Let the body be still, let yourself be quiet. I love you and leave you here. Pleasure and an honor as always. I say namaste to you.